Hey, y'all. Sister Jen, coming to you today, February 12th, for Black History Month. How you doing? So, as Bishop was discussing for a couple weeks now about the Black Wall Street, and so that's what I'm going to backtrack. I presented to you guys some time ago, I think last February of Black History Month. But I'm going to, if anyone missed it, I'm going to go back on the history of Black Wall Street, which was our Black African American. They also, I'm going right into it. So I'm going to just come out with some stuff. But I found out a few more things that I didn't present last time I presented the Black Wall Street massacre, excuse me. And so, and it kind of, I wanted to touch bases on it because girlfriends, we had VCOP had a text message go out last night about not spending money, whatnot, on businesses, Amazon, Walmart, or whatnot on February 28th. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do what Bishop was been asking and do the Black Wall Street Massacre, because they can't run America without us, y'all. We already know who's in that house right now, but we spend money, we do this, we do everything. So, and also on Sunday we were discussing, like, saying we need more Black businesses. We need to be owning banks. We need to be owning everything to be our own man instead of answering to the man. You know what I'm talking about? How you doing? So today, again, I'll be presenting the Black massacre that happened in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma, excuse me. And so here's a few facts that I'm going to, well, not facts, but I'm going to give you a little bit of history of the Black Tulsa. So it was compared as being our Black economic and culture Mecca. Mecca, you guys, like, they were making money. They had in Tulsa. They had churches. They had that we owned. We had homes, um, a bunch of businesses, and just companies or whatnot. And we the African American ran Tulsa. Like, they were, like, again, they were the Black Wall Street. Everyone had their own businesses, bakeries, restaurants, you name it. We as the Black people owned it. And so it started out, because of this riot started out, it was a race riot. And the race, which is called the Tulsa Race Massacre, also known as the Tulsa Race Riot or Black Wall Street Massacre. It was a 2 day, 2 day long. Actually, it was more than 2 day. Well, it was the 2 day long white supremacist terrorist massacre. That's who started, these white men. But it started on um, Memorial Weekend. It started on Memorial Weekend, May 31st through, May 31st and June 1st in 1921. And a mob of white men and residents, some of whom appointed deputies and government officials that were armed, attacked Black residents in Tulsa and destroyed their homes and businesses in the Greenwood district, because that's where the Black Wall Street was, the Greenwood district. That's where the Black people, the African Americans, were living in Tulsa, in the small town. They burned and destroyed the 35 square foot of the businesses. Blacks were neighborhoods at the time, where they lived in the neighborhood at the time, which was the wealthiest Black, it says, in the wealthiest Black community in the United States. And over 800 Black people were hospitalized. and over 6,000 Black residents of Tulsa was injured. And this all began because of two people, a Black man and a Black woman, of rumors, which was a young man named Dick Rowland. He was only 19. He was a shoe shiner. He was a athlete in school, but he dropped out of high school and he became a shoe shiner. But apparently, it was rumors going around Sarah Page, which was 21 at the time, an elevator operator. He went onto an elevator. You guys, and you know how back in the day the elevators used to jerk or whatnot. So apparently the elevator jerked and Mr. Rowland stepped on Miss Page's foot. Oh no, back then, with the Emmett Till situation and everything, they said he whistled at the white lady, the store owner, wife. But anyhow, we back to the Black Massacre. But apparently he stepped on her shoe and that was by accident. And Mr. Rowland knew he did wrong, so he ran out. That's what they're saying on the story. Witnesses say he ran out the elevator. But apparently Miss Page said that Mr. Rowland assaulted her. He knew what he did. Why he run? Because he know what they used to do back in the day. Lynching. So apparently, in which building he was, that she was an elevator operator, was in the Drexel building. It was the building where he shined shoes or whatnot. So it was rumors that he was going to be lynched. But apparently the authorities caught up with Mr. Rowland and he was locked up. So going to the jailhouse, it says 75 Black men with guns showed up to protect Rowland because they didn't want him to be lynched, because the year before, a white man was lynched also, named Roy Belton, was lynched a year before. So it was rumors of that. So they didn't want the same thing to happen to Mr. Rowland because they knew the truth. They knew that it was just by accident. He stepped on this young lady's foot or whatnot. But, back then they didn't want to hear anything. It was their word, their word. And that's only what word they all listened to, was their word, not ours. And so 75 Black men showed up at the jail when they were about to process Mr. Rowland. But this old man came and interfered in between the Black men and whatnot. And apparently they was tussling and the gun went off. The white man died. So about 10 people, they said 10 white men died and a few Black men died that day before the process of locking up Mr. Rowland. And apparently another rumor went around because the Black men fled. They fled went to Greenwood, the Greenwood district. They fled. So they were hearing rumors like, hey, because with the Sir and Mr. Rowland incident, it happened on Memorial Day itself. But the next day they were hearing rumors, they're coming. The white supremacists are coming. So they came, and that's when they came with firearms, explosives, or whatnot. And so that's why this all started, because of a simple mistake and a simple jerk on the elevator. And so and they took everything from us, like everything from them, because they were really established. They were wealthy. They were doing way better than these white people in Tulsa. So, hey, they took something that they will know that will hurt us and that we possibly would need them, or possibly more killings. More killings. Over 10,000 people, Black people, were homeless from these riots. This riot lasted 2 days, and these people were, us Black people were homeless. They didn't care. it was just a simple misunderstanding. And then if that white man, that old white man, didn't interfere in between them protecting Mr. Rowland, it probably wouldn't happen. But maybe eventually, because if they see us doing good, they always want to take when we're doing good. So that's what a few more facts that I did find out of the root of why the Tulsa massacre did start. It was because of Mr. Dick Rowland, a young black shoe shiner, and Miss Sarah Page, which is a white 21-year-old lady that operated the elevator in the building that they both worked in. And they were protected, and us, African Americans were unified back then. They were always unified. And so they they want us to be divided. They'll find their way to make us divided. So I just wanted to present to you Sister Jen Jen today about the Tulsa massacre in the Black Wall Street that was destroyed in 1921, and that we were wealthy. We was owning everything. And it's sad in that it was all in flames and people died for this just by one simple mistake, and us trying to protect each other and us being unified and us wanted to be ahead. And why couldn't we just be ahead, or not even be ahead? Why can't we unite with white people? Like, why didn't they not like us? They were born into it. So, and we feared them. So it was more them than us back then. And there was more power. They had more power than us. But, so this Sister Jen Jen signing off. I'm going to come to you again on Sunday with another unknown Black history fact. Because, I get the digging. So I just wanted to present this to you tonight again, and unknown, because I didn't tell y'all about these two young people. That's why the Black Massacre started. I didn't know. And my famous line, I didn't know. And I'm sure you guys didn't know. So this Sister Jen Jen signing off. And I love y'all, and enjoy the rest of y'all week. Have a blessed week. Love y'all. Sorry.